Between the Covers starts out saying that it is a story about pride and about prejudice, and hot diggity, that's the truth. Take more shit than anybody in the bookstore because I'm a romance reader, despite the fact that my genre is the shit. Finally getting a documentary that explains why this industry kicks so much ass was like Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and National Puppy Day all rolled into one. The film proves that romance is important. These books offer an escape from reality, sure, but they also create close-knit friendship communities. Holy crap, I love how brilliantly LBTC proved that. Even better, this film proves that romance gives positive representation to those that are traditionally denied that in our mainstream media. Because a woman, regardless of her sexual orientation or her skin color, deserves to be the heroine of her own story. And romance gives us that. That is freaking awesome sauce. Can you tell I'm fangirling? Because my fangirl has exactly zero chill right now. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I'm a sucker for documentaries. But even if that's not your thing, I can guarantee you're gonna love this one. There were oodles of insightful interviews with interesting women in this industry. But best of all, they were so flippity fun. You get to learn about Eloisa James, a Harvard, Yale, Oxford, and a mother flippin' Shakespeare professor at Fordham University. Holy crap, woman. And yet, our culture calls this educated and intelligent woman pathetic because she writes trash. Screw that. Because she is not pathetic, and neither are the other 4 authors this film features. Romance isn't trash, but rather a work of art molded into a marketable product. And LBTC will teach you that, or reiterate that, depending on your point of view. The exploration of the lives, backstories, and careers of these women paint such a damn good picture of this industry. I got punched in the heart so many times by this film. But Beverly Jenkins, you hit me the hardest. Right there. Just boof. Ow. Woman, you are a queen who could write, and I quote, about sand falling in love with dirt and still make it good. Let's all take a minute to bless this fangirl for giving us that spectacular quote. Praise be, woman. Because Fangirl was right. But for me personally, it was Beverly Jenkins' story that was so impactful. Her experiences as a Black author and a widower, they were just so profoundly moving. When she read that letter that she wrote for the man who sold himself into slavery to be with the woman he loved, guys, I wept oceans. Yeah, it's true that she authored the letter, but the guy really did exist in history. When you pair that with Beverly's beautiful words, holy emotion, Batman! Guys, this whole film was a bucket of feels. One minute I'm crying, and the next I'm smiling, and the next I'm laughing and giggling and fangirling. Just all of the emotions all over the place. Which is such a good thing. And that was especially true during Lynn Barrett's segments. Firstly, guys, this chick was hella impressive. She worked full-time as a surgeon, which, you know, isn't exactly a 9-to-5 job. And girl still published 3 books a year. That and the story about her college girlfriend, I got such a thrill. The anecdote was so freaking cute. And hot damn if I didn't get a butt ton of stomach butterflies. Guys, the whole documentary was just one big happy heart flutter. Romance is a multi-billion-dollar a year business, and it's frankly why traditional publishing hasn't died. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. The sheer volume of Americans who read romance is just here's your proof. 2015, 75 million Americans read at least one romance. That's a lot of millions. Yes, it's financially significant. There is no line about that. But you know what? It's also culturally important too. Failed romance is historically seen as being more realistic or more worthy of literary note. But that's crap. And Love Between the Covers proves that it's crap. In one of the interviews, a Professor Deborah Taylor talks about how Hemingway is never seen as formulaic, despite the fact that every damn book is, and it's exactly the same way. Oh, but romance gets made fun of because we all in the same, but Hemingway doesn't? He doth smell some sexism. Until this film explained that, I never realized that tragic love was meant as kind of a warning against love. Why? Well, love means sex, and a woman having sex is wrong because, you know, double standards. Yes, sure, works like The Scarlet Letter might be hella classic, but they're also hella toxic to women. But in a romance, guess what? We get to have an orgasm and not die. Yay! How awesome is that? I I think Nicole Peeler said it the best when she talked about how romance runs the gamut from evangelical all the way to BDSM. That fact proves that you cannot call all romance novels the same. Side note, guys, when she said,
to a certain extent, I think the fact that women are much more vocal about their own sexuality and the fact that it can't be contained just in this, Lord so-and-so wants me, so he will ravage me, and I will be, no, 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 and then he will say, yes, yes, yes. The next thing you know, we're married.
I peed my pants laughing. Hot damn, it's funny because it's true. That ain't every romance story, no matter what the critics might want you to believe. The women writing in this genre come from all walks of life, and they be powerhouses of talent. Whether it's Brenda Jackson having written her first 53 novels before retiring from State Farm, or Nora Roberts with her 214 titles and over 400 million books in print. Ooh, women, you are awesome. These badass, successful goddesses are bringing up the next crop of authors. Literally. And LBTC shows you ain't gonna find that in other genres. At other writers' conferences, authors are there to sell books, but not in romance. Our writers are there to sell and to teach. That is why this film and this genre are so important, because romance isn't just a book genre, it's a community. It's a community in which you as a reader do not exist inside of a bubble. If you want a film that's gonna explain to you why the romance reading and writing community is so important, then watch Love Between the Covers. It's such a moving and well-made documentary. The editing, the directing, the interviews, the graphics, the writing, just everything's amazing. From the technical elements all the way down to the emotional, it's so damn good. My only regret is that Mom died 4 months before this film was released to the public. She was the one who metaphorically drug me by the hair and forced me to try a romance novel at 13. Up until that point, I thought I was too stupid to like a book because I'm dyslexic, and so, reading's for the smart people. And she proved me wrong. The fact that she, a documentary fan and a romance fan, never got to see Love Between the Covers, it's always gonna be a bit hard for me. But I know that she would have loved it, and that is truly the best endorsement I could give. Tina Watts would have loved it, and I can promise you, you're gonna love it too. Guys, this film is very, very good. It's available on Amazon and iTunes, I think, and a couple other platforms. I'll leave the link below. Go click it. I'm not endorsed. I'm nothing. I just really want you guys to watch it. I think it's gonna come out on DVD eventually, but right now it's just streaming, and it's not expensive, and it's so good, and it's just, oh, I love it. I want everyone to watch it. I don't care if you're a romance fan or a non-fan. Hell, if you're a non-fan, you need to watch it more than anybody, just so that you can understand us, and maybe open up yourself to the possibility that you too could like a romance. You don't know until you try. I laughed, I cried, I fangirled so many times, including that 4 seconds when Sherilyn Kenyon was on screen. I loved all the authors, but I was like, there's my girl! But anyways, thanks for watching, and most importantly, thank you for watching it if you take my advice. But even more than that, thank you, Love Between the Covers. Thank you for giving me something that I can finally slap in the face of the people that make fun of me for what I love.